Jenna. 11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna. 11. Ooh, you wanna call right now? 11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11 with Jenna. Right now. 11 with Jenna. Jenna. 11. Ooh, you wanna call right now?
Happy 4/11/2021. 4/11/2021. 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. 11. Yep, that's today. What's going on, everybody? Oh, I just found a little tiny hole in my slipper that I like so much. That doesn't make me so, oh well. I can sew it up. Just sew it up, Jenna. Gracie and I got some cool stuff today. We did some cool stuff. Oh, we did cool stuff. And we're going to do cool stuff tonight. Today on the show, Rob, I can't even, my brain just went, Rob Morocco was on the show this morning. That was really fun. So if you feel like coming back, Rob, I'm curious if more snow appeared. And gosh, that seems like that was so long ago, like months, because we did so much in between. We got a baker's rack, one of those, more of this stuff set up downstairs. And we're getting our wine rack put in. And then I was working on graphic ideas with another friend of mine. Carol, if you're here, we got to talk, girl. We got to talk. Did I make it to the, am I on now? Got to check. I don't even know. Because I was just chatting away, just chat. Facebook did some, oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Let's see. Hi, Patty. Hey, Mama Grace. Hey, Carl. Hey, William. Morocco. And Patty and William and Patty and Patty. And hi, you guys. The core group is here. So it's going to be Monday tomorrow. Monday, April 12th. Guess whose birthday is tomorrow? You guys, just so you know, Tony Frost birthday party tomorrow. Well, at least we'll sing to Tony tomorrow. Hey, Bill. Hey, Carol. Oh, Carol. I got to talk to you and Rob. Can we talk tomorrow maybe? I got to send you some kind of fun stuff, but I had this idea, but I'm so excited. So anyway, so someone told me that do you see when you look up, you do see the Zoom. So I think I might have to pay. I'm not sure, but there's a Zoom logo down in that corner. Would it be or that corner? This corner. I think we can put 11 with Jenna logo there. I'm pretty sure. And my guest, there may end up being other people on, but my dedicated guest for tonight has been on the show before. And you guys he's just such a nice guy. And he's so talented and so open and knows stuff about technology. And we're gonna sit together. I asked him if he could help me figure out the restreaming stuff. And I said, he goes, oh, I'll show you. It's really easy. And I'm like, but I'm going to have to do it like 10 times over and over. Jay, show me again. Oops. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just introduce him now because I'm psyched. Hi, Carol. And there are 11 of Jay Smith in the house. There he is. Going from behind the man from behind the curtain. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's great. How are you?
Good.
How's Bakersfield?
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's always good. Seems like, cases are going down and, everything's, seems like it's going to start opening up. We heard from the governor June 15th is the plan. So seems like everything's kind of starting to get there. And I got my first shot like I think last weekend, and then I had my next shot, and so I'll be fully vaccinated before the end of the month. You know, gigs seem to be coming back.
So let's talk about gigs.
Yeah, you know, it's
Really quick. This is my friend Jay Smith. He's a pianist, computer guy, teacher, band leader, soon to be a dad.
having a baby.
He's having a little baby.
Yeah.
Why not 1111? Everyone has a logo. It's instant identification. Well, because we haven't figured out the logo yet, Bill, but we're working on it. And you have to pay to, there's certain levels of Zoom. And I think the next level is where you are able to put the logo on. So I need to investigate that. So anyway, so you're going to have a baby, as Moira would say on Schitt's Creek.
A girl.
A girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you all?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited for you too. Do you have a name picked out?
We're still figuring that out, but we were thinking maybe Olivia and then Jean, which is my mom's name. You know, she just passed not too long, or about 3 years ago or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thought that would be a nice, you know, thing. So
Olivia Jean.
yeah,
I like that. OJ.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's what I said, and you know, my fiance wasn't too proud of me when I said that. So.
All right, tell her I.
No, that's I'd like to put my foot in my mouth. That's what I do.
You could spell it Olivia Jane.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that would help.
Olivia. Ooh, see, if I was gonna have a kid and name her Olivia, I'd go AH. Olivia. Because then when she's 16, you're gonna go, Olivia. Olivia.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be that protective dad, you know.
Olivia, why did you do that? Do you have a dog now?
I have 2 cats. 2 cats, Himalayan, and then I'm not sure what the other one is. You know, the other one we
like totally pitched out when you said that.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I know you're allergic to cats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even this far away.
Yeah, I'm already like, I can, on Zoom I can do it, but like when I hug somebody, when we hugged, I could hug someone and go, oh my gosh, you have a cat, and they're like, wow, you are psychic. How did you know? Because I know. Can I tell you guys a crazy animal story that happened today? Do you mind? Since
I don't.
So many of you have seen my dog Lily and Pearl, correct? Jay, have you seen photos of Lily?
Yeah.
There
was a contest or something you were doing with her?
Yeah, we didn't win.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's cool. It was fun, and everybody's on 11/11 was super supportive. Thanks, you guys. So my family, when my brother Nino died, we were trying to figure out, we knew where his remains would be, and it's at a funeral or at a cemetery where my great-grandparents on my grandmother and her parents and my grandfather's parents are buried in this cemetery. So as children, we hung out, like on Sundays, we'd go to the cemetery and we'd clean, you know, my great-grandparents and my aunts and uncles, and there was not very many people there, but it was mostly Italian at the time. If you drive down really slow and go, oh, there's the Catanias, and there's the Sources, and there's the Mamminas, and there's the everybody. And my grandparents knew everyone because my grandparents were with, my grandmother was with her brother, and my grandfather was with his sister, and they were walking in the cemetery and they met in the cemetery.
Wow.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, so I think that was like, yeah, so brother and then brother and sister married brother and sister. So that cemetery was a really powerful place. It was a vortex for them.
Yeah, for sure.
So then when my brother died, we were all like, oh, let's just we wanted to do something different. We didn't want to just have the marker bee, Nina
Right.
Mammina and that. And so it took us almost 3 years. One point I found this big purple rock. And I was like, let's put the purple rock there and then just don't put anything. And it'll be this awesome purple rock.
Right.
Well, the cemetery didn't like the purple rock idea. And so
No.
when so finally we came up with, oh, because further back, it's a long story. I'm not going to tell
No,
it.
it's fine.
Well,
We got plenty of time.
okay. So 30 years ago, 35 years ago, my grandmother died unexpectedly.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
On the way home from the hospital, I didn't say I didn't love cats or dogs. I'm allergic. I love cats. I am allergic. I love dogs. I could be allergic to some dogs too. So anyway, so my grandmother died and we were driving home from the hospital, my grandfather, my sister, my father and I. And my dad just like drives to the cemetery. We had to
Right.
start somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his mom had died like 2 hours ago, and we're driving.
Wow.
Let's go to the cemetery. So we go to the cemetery,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk to the guy, and the guy's like, "Well, there aren't very many plots left. So if you want it, there are 6 over in this area where other of our family members are."
Right.
About 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before that, my mom had given my dad 2 checks, blank checks to do something with. He had something,
Right.
have a couple checks, it was before
Right.
ATMs. So she's
Right.
like, yeah. So she gave him 2 blank checks. And one he did at Ace Hardware, and the other one we're at the cemetery. And the guy goes, "Hey, I've got these 6 plots for Maminas if you want it." And my dad goes, "I'll take it."
Right.
And he writes a pretty large check,
Right.
like $4,000 check for these
Right.
plots, right?
Right. Which at that time was, or now, I mean,
Yeah.
right.
So,
Right.
and then we leave and we go to my grandparents' house, and my grandmother there was all this food that she had prepared,
Right.
right? So we're all eating her food, going, "Oh, Nana made 3 lasagnas," and there was loaves of bread falling off the refrigerator and sauce
Right.
on the stove, and all this stuff was already there. And then even in the next month, gifts started coming for all the kids that she had ordered. So in that month, my mom balances the checkbook to a penny,
Right.
and she starts getting all these insufficient fund
Wow.
balances on her checks.
Right.
And she's like,
Because she didn't realize what the check was, right?
because he didn't tell her.
Right.
His
Right.
mom had just died.
Right. 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 Right.
So, she's all of a sudden going, "Oh my goodness, I have like 10 checks that have bounced. And what's the problem?"
Yeah. That's
Then what
crazy.
did you do with that check? And he's like, "I don't know. My mom died." And he's,
He
still.
didn't even remember it.
And then all of a
Right.
sudden,
He's just in
goes,
grief, shock, I guess.
"Oh, I remembered." So we had these, like, the joke was that my parents and my brother, or whoever, my parents, because we didn't even know my brother was going to die, we're going to just be like this, like we're going to have them all stretched out because we have 6 plots.
There's enough space to stretch out,
Yeah,
right?
it's like, yeah, get really big and just hang out. So it's out at the St. Joseph Cemetery in Waterville, Carl. And so fast forward, what we decided on was a bench. And it's a really
Yeah.
cool bench. And
Yeah.
all of our names are on the bench. Like my mom
That's
has
cool.
a spot, my dad has a spot, my brother has a
Right.
spot, my sister, and on the other side, it's got all this cool stuff on it, like the addresses where my parents lived, and my brother
Right.
and nephew, and it's a family bench where we
Yeah,
go.
for sure.
We drink wine we drink water and coffee, and
I think you're fine. It's late enough to drink wine and talk about drinking wine.
at the cemetery.
This is Snapple, by the way,
Yeah,
not wine.
sure it is.
Mhm.
Sure, it's Snapple. So it's a place where we go and hang.
Right.
And then 2 years ago, my father died, 2.5
I'm
years
sorry
ago.
to hear that. Yeah.
And so, and then he was cremated and he's put in a certain spot
Right.
by this thing. So my mom, so before my dad died, my mom and my dad and myself and my brother, sister, whoever, my dog, we'd all go out there and
Right.
hang out. And Lillian would play frisbee there because there was enough space at the time. Now it's filling up because then they bought this other property next door. So there was still space then, but he just didn't,
Right. Right. Right.
well, there's only 6 spaces left. So
Right.
Lillian and I, we play and she runs around and she knows where the family spot is. And today I just said to her, I go, Lillian, where's Papa? Where's Papa, Lil? And she ran from way over in this corner and ran over to right next to our bench, like next to the bench, and then looked and stared right at the spot where my dad was buried.
Wow.
It was, I took photos. I'm like, Mom.
That's pretty crazy.
And she's like this going, looking
Right.
at the spot. How did we get on that
Wow.
subject? I'm sorry. Oh, Olivia.
Fine.
Olivia. Anyway, oh, because I had to tell you guys a crazy story that happened today.
Right.
I would have
Right.
told that before you got on the show, but then you would have been sitting there waiting for a long time. So
No, it's fine. I got nothing but time right now.
yeah. So
Plenty of time.
when is this baby gonna change your life?
September 9th. That's the plan. But that could be earlier, could be later.
How exciting.
No idea. So I'm trying to get everything squared away for that new place that I'm, getting and and all that stuff. I'm trying to get everything going before.
So
you know.
you're moving where you teach from. You're moving the
Right.
studio.
Yeah, so now I'm going to be at a new place. I signed the lease already, and I'm just getting it all ready to go. And it's going to be downtown Bakersfield. So I'm just waiting for everybody to get vaccinated, and June 15th is the date. The governor said so. Planning on that. And then we've been playing some shows here and there, and still socially distanced, but I'm planning on more stuff out of town and stuff like that too. So
Are the
you know
band members vaccinating?
Yeah, yeah. So I think two of my bands. So I have Minto Brew is like more of like a reggae, ska, R&B, funk, party band, dance band.
Oh,
I
you guys
think
are gonna
there's
have fun. Everybody's gonna be partying.
yeah, and that band hasn't played
And
as much this whole year just
did
because
it
of
just start then? Has
yeah.
that been around? Okay.
Well, no. That band's been around for almost 30 years,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and so I jumped in 10 years ago, I think, with
Wasn't
that
there
band.
another project you were working on and then right before?
No, well, I still have my own, J Smith Group is my thing too, so that's kind of what I normally do when things were before the COVID and pandemic is that band would book things and then I would book things around,
Okay.
and a lot of times we'd be playing more out of town shows with my band, like in Fresno and Visalia and LA, like Baked Potato and stuff like that,
Cool.
so that was kind of what I did with that, but the other band is super popular in town. So, but that band hasn't been playing because there's 8 of us in that band. So, I mean, just, just having us and, together in one room almost broke the 10 people rule just with the band. So yeah. So, but that band's going to start, getting back to playing, I think May 5th
Wow.
for Cinco de Mayo.
Fun.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. It seems like
Where's
everything's starting to get back together.
will that gig be in Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Fun. So you don't teach from where you are right now.
I have been. I've been teaching from this room since March, I think 20th of 2020. Before that, I was over at Nick Rail Music for probably the last 10 years, maybe 11 years. And I think I had more room in this room than I did over there. And then the new place that I got, it's 1,200 square feet.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so it's going to be good. It's going to be like, and I'm going to have a lot of other, musicians teaching with me over there. It's an old doctor's office, which is weird, but it's partitioned perfectly for like, music. That was the thing I was struggling with, is like finding a place that, it's either it's too loud, the drums and piano and all that stuff's gonna be too loud, right? Or it's the opposite. It's like way like super expensive,
Right.
right? So this place was like perfect. Yeah, it's like perfect, and it's downtown, which is a pretty good thing here, So I'm excited, but I've been spending the last 2 weeks over there.
Is that
Go
the
ahead.
School of Music?
Yeah. I'm going to call it Bakersfield Music Lessons. So I've already been getting all the permits and all that stuff and fun stuff.
Fictitious name statement and all that fun stuff.
Yep. Yep. I've already been doing all of that. So that's the last 2 weeks I've been doing all of that.
You're busy.
So, yeah.
And how many students do you have?
Before COVID, I think I had 60. I think right now I'm at 45. It's weird because what happened was, when everything, happened, I think probably half of my students started to, stopped. So I probably was at about 25 or so. And then I think I picked up like 15, like from word of mouth and just everything. So yeah, I think I'm at like 45 right now.
Wow.
And then I've already talked to my old, students, and they've told me they're coming back. So if everything goes well, fingers crossed, I should be back to normal, within the next couple months.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's really
Thanks.
Cool. So have things are speeding up. Are you being booked for shows that you were booked for last year and they're just honoring them? Are you noticing new places that opened, places that closed?
There's a ton of places that have closed. There's places that have continued to keep music, even though they probably shouldn't have. But yeah, there's a few of those, and then there's some places that are restructuring. So there's a place that we used to play at called the Mark downtown, and that is going to be, I think, 3 places now, because it was a giant. It was probably like 10,000 square feet or something, that place. So I think they were like cutting it into 3, and I think they're going to have 3 different venues there.
Really?
So, I mean, that's a weird, strange development, but I mean, that might be better because, I mean, 10,000 square feet is giant for anybody, so if they could figure out a way to make that work, and it's 3 different venues that musicians can play at, I mean, that might be fantastic.
Yeah. Just make sure that they do enough.
Right. And I'm sure they will. I mean, they take care of business over there. So, and then, places have closed. There's still places that haven't opened at all, like even, fine dining or anything. There's places that have been doing the takeout thing, but they're not having shows there because they're inside. They don't have like an outdoor patio. There's places that are doing just the patio. There's places that have opened up that like during this before, and they weren't even open before.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of weird, stuff, that's happening. So I'm excited about it all. But I mean, we're still kind of in a waiting game of that. So, and I mean, I've had a couple of shows that have been booked, but then a lot of the people that we like the tent pole gigs, the ones we do every year, they're still kind of like, I don't know. And they're later in the year. So I'm still waiting on that, but I've been touching base, the entire time, and so we'll see what happens, but it's pretty much, so booking's really not, on my mind as much because I'm kind of just waiting to see, What about you? Have you booked anything? I know you were doing a lot of.
Not too much. My band Jenna and the Charmers that I have with a guitar player, Steve Bissinger, whose birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Steve.
Oh, happy birthday.
And Jeremy Steinkohler is a drummer who has a band called Mophone. And we have a band, Jenna and the Charmers. We have a gig on May 7th
Cool.
in Berkeley at a
Nice.
venue that's called the Back Room, but it's not going to be inside. It's going to be outside. It's on a dead end block right off of University in Berkeley.
Right.
And so I guess there are 60 chairs. There's 60 seat limited
Right.
for the
Right.
outdoor area. And we're doing that. And then I have a couple of other things that I'm going to do with my friend Stephen Machiko. And I have some recordings coming up. I'm actually recording on Tuesday with a pianist by the name of David Lom, who's
Okay.
a wonderful pianist from New York. And his mother was
Cool.
a songwriter by the name of Dorothy Fields.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Who wrote,
Wow.
yeah,
That'll be great.
Side of the Street and
Yeah. Yeah.
Night and lots
Yeah.
of beautiful songs.
Standards. Right.
Yeah, and a lot from musicals and stuff. And David
Right.
grew up in that, and he can play anything.
That's awesome.
So we are recording on Tuesday, and then this Friday we have a live stream gig.
Cool.
Not in
Well,
front
good
of
luck with that. That should be great.
So, it's going to be cool to be back in the studio. And thank you to Carl Hess, who's on the chat. He worked at the studio that we're working at, and I've never even been there, but I'm trusting Carl because Carl's
Yeah.
at the place and they're tuning.
What studio is it?
Carl, what's the studio called? I can look it up, but if he's still here, he hasn't said goodnight yet, so I think he's here. Carl, are you here? It's I could look it up here if he doesn't answer. Let's give him 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine.
That delay.
Well, we'll circle back to it, right?
But, so that's happening on Tuesday, and I'm a little nervous because it's just the two of us, piano, voice.
Yeah, but that's some of the best stuff, though, right?
Yeah, I do that with John Arbor, and
Right.
But this will be in an unfamiliar venue,
Right.
and we've been so great at. Karen Sheraton Scholl is here.
Oh, that's my mother-in-law.
Hi, congratulations. Cool. She says, "Hey Jay, yes, Dorothy Fields wrote for Ellington and Crosby, and so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. No, she's yeah.
And we're going to be performing one of David's songs, and so
Great.
yeah, that's cool.
Original.
Yeah, it's just, and it's called Sound Stage 1.
Okay.
Studio. And
Cool.
I'm psyched. And
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. You just got to do it, right?
That's all it is.
And then I really do want to book a time with you. Hi, Karen. Oh my gosh. I want to book a time with you to figure out the live stream.
Just you message me whenever you have time. I can make time.
All right. Well, with 60 students, I don't know.
Yeah.
45.
No, it seems like a lot, but I got my mornings are free.
Yes, she wrote and it's fun because David met a lot of these people. Speaking of a song, would you like to play something for us?
Sure. Let me see. Let's see.
And I love your photo on your
Oh, thanks. That's our photographer, Michael K. Michael K. Chadburn, that does a lot of our stuff.
And then the is it anime, or what is that you would call of your main photo?
Oh no, that's I just drew that. That's something of Kara and I. So that's something that I
cool.
Yeah, just something to pass the time during the pandemic.
How big
Let's
is
see.
it?
Can you hear this all right? Is that good, volume wise?
Perfect. You could go up a little bit. You could raise it a little bit. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Oh, thank you.
That was fabulous. Really wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank
talking
you.
about standards. That was a standard. Someday my prince will
Sure
come.
Someday. Bill Winokur's here. We're coast to coast right now. My friend Bill Winokur,
Oh,
Bill
great. Hi,
Jones.
Bill.
They're both on the East Coast, Massachusetts, New York, Canada,
Wow.
Illinois, Fresno, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Michigan, California, Pennsylvania. Thanks a lot, Jenna. New because of you, I can't get your 1111 with Jenna out of my head. Yeah, kind of like
You
that.
probably should release that on like Spotify or something.
It is. It is. It's on. It's on
Oh, it
iTunes.
is?
Mhm.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's cool.
So is this one, but
All right.
which
Yeah.
happened this third. Hey, you want to be on Koronaroki Thursday night?
Sure. What time is it?
Same time.
Okay.
8
Yeah,
11.
count me in.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And Joanne, were you going to be on Corona this week? Let's see. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have to get my people in quick because Dave Love books it up. Just beautiful. I know. Well, don't we just want to like hang out with him and have him play all night? How old were you when you first started playing?
I think 3, but I think my parents got me like a little keyboard and I was just beating on it, much like I'm doing now.
Are they musical? Were they musical? Your father?
My stepfather was, he played, he still plays bluegrass and country and like folk, all that stuff, we, grew up in, for probably the first 7 years of my life, I, grew up in Greensboro, North Carolina. So yeah, Appalachian country.
You still go back?
We've been back, I think Kara and I went back maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's just hard to find the time, but I definitely want to make it a more of a bigger priority.
My friend Joanne just asked, when did you realize that music saves lives?
I think it's probably helped and saved my life for sure. I'd say probably like 14 or 15, around there, and I feel like it's probably the only thing that I'm halfway decent at that, seems to help me pay the bills and take care of everything. It seems to take care of everything for me. So,
well, you're a hustler. You know how to make it work.
Right.
Were you in rock bands in high school, junior high, high school?
No. I actually didn't really go to high school. I went to college instead. So I was one of those. Yeah. It was one of those.
Wait. Back up. Okay, tell us your story. Here we go, you guys. Now, see.
Yeah.
This is a scoop. Okay.
Yeah. So when I was like 14, I think.
You were 5. When you were
right.
5 years old, your parents put you in school, and you were like, boring. What was that like? Kindergarten.
Yeah. Well, I think I always I have ADHD. And I think, that was a big part of it too. But, I'm also, I feel like I'm pretty intelligent, to some extent. So my parents, got the idea when I was like 14. I think they said, can he test out of high school, and go into college. So I started taking college unit courses, and then like that was my equivalent for, high school. And I went to like one of those like once a week to like one of those high schools where it's like the continuation thing. So I think I wound up getting my degree at like 15 or something like that.
You got your college degree at 15?
No, my high school. Okay. I think it was like the equivalent. Like all the college courses were more, it was like 3 times the units for those, and I was taking a lot. So then I did that, and then I went to Fresno City College and met Andre, when I was studying with Mike Dana, too, and that really helped, kind of solidify what I wanted to do. Andre was kind of the first one to say play jazz, because I was doing a lot of classical and like Rachmaninoff, and all that stuff. And, he was the one, kind of kicking me in the butt to, hey, you should do this. I think you can do this. And so, and between him and Mike, that pretty much solidified, like, I want to play.
So you were young. You weren't even 18. When you met Andre, you were.
I think I was like, I might have been like 18 or 19 when I met Andre. I was really young, Yeah, it might have even been, yeah, I think Andre didn't show up there until like I was 18 or 19 because I was already, in getting that. So I got my associate's degree really young. And then I took like 10 years off playing and, all that stuff and teaching and all that stuff. And then my fiance, probably 6 or 7 years ago said, you should just go back and get your bachelor's. So I did that, so I was still gigging, still teaching, doing everything. And then I went back and got my bachelor's in the middle of it. So,
Wow.
yeah, so got my bachelor's, and that's pretty much, and still trying to get there, where I want to be, musically, still practicing a couple hours a day. And,
Did you
all that's,
ever, Bill Winnikers, did you take jazz piano lessons after the classical, or did you just start playing with during?
that's an interesting thing. So Mike Dana used to teach these, like a beginning, improvisation and like an intermediate improvisation class. I think it might have been Larry Honda that was teaching the beginning one, and Mike was teaching the intermediate advanced. And Mike said, if you want, you can take both of them in the same semester. So I took beginning and then I took an intermediate advanced. So it was kind of an interesting, within like, however long it was, I think it was 2 or 3 months, I got all of this stuff thrown at me. So it took me probably a couple years till I started really, things started clicking. And even now there's things that Mike or Andre told me that I'm like, oh yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So as far as piano, jazz wise, I Mike, gave me a Mark Levine book. I don't know if you're familiar with Mark.
Oh, I know Mark really well. Sure.
Yeah. So that's the, I ate, slept and breathed that book for years, and still go back to it. I mean, there's like one page in that book is you could spend, a couple years on. So yeah, so I mean that's pretty much, and then listening, I listened to like a lot of Art Tatum and Bud Powell and Thelonious Monk and Chick Corea, like all of that stuff.
Can you play us some Chick?
Yeah.
Would you mind?
Sure.
I
Let's
love
see.
it. Over to this. Fantastic, man.
Thank you.
Wow. I had like 10 questions I wanted to ask you, but then they all just went away. You guys do you have any oh, good night, Carl. Like Liberace, see what you get when you practice. Yeah, so do you practice twice 2 hours a day, you said?
Yeah, for the most part. I think the last couple weeks, because I'm opening that place, I haven't, so I've probably done maybe like an hour a day, but during the pandemic, especially, I've been doing like two or three, you know, and then, that's kind of what I've been doing.
And you've made recordings?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you can find them, jsmithgroup.com.
Okay, that's
That's everything we've
right
done.
now. J Smith. And you can come back here and post anything on here that you'd like, .com.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And anything else? Are your other bands, do they have?
Yeah, Mento Buru. So it's MENTO
Is that
space
a website also?
BURU.
Is that a website also?
You can go to it's Facebook. You can just search for Mento Buru.
Okay, spell it again. MENTO.
Right, space BURU.
Can you tell us about that? Mento Buru.
Yeah, that's the band that I was talking about. That's party band. It's the kind of a band that's been here for I think almost 30 years here in Bakersfield, and some of the members, Paul Perez used to play with Tower Power.
Okay.
The trombonist used to play with Justin Kirk. He used to play with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, wow.
The Al McKay version, and then Marcos Reyes plays with us occasionally. From War. So just that's and then there's a lot of the same people that have been in that band for probably some of them have been there from the beginning. Matt Munoz has been there from the beginning. That's a singer. He also plays percussion and sax. And then Cesario Garasa plays drums, and he's been there since the beginning. Caleb Moore plays bass, and he's been there I think since 95.
Wow.
And then Sal Galindo, is a guitar player, and he's been there, probably a little bit longer than I have. I've been there for about 10 years with them.
Which is a bad link, Rob? J Smith. Oh, I did something. Wait, what did I do? There's a space. Okay.
Here, I'll log in there and see if I can get the link for you.
No, I just did a space.
Oh, it's fine.
So anybody that would know that I just did a space. jsmith.com.
JSmith Group.
JSmith Group. I
wonder if I can I send it in the chat here, and then you can have it there. Would you get it that way? Let's see.
No, I'm just posting it into the chat here.
All right.
On Facebook, but it's tiny on here, so it's not letting me delete it. Delete comment. www.jsmithgroup.
Yep.
.com. And do you have recordings available?
Yeah.
CDs? How do you?
We have CDs, and then we're on Spotify and Apple Music and Pandora and all the fun stuff. We have 4 CDs. So before the pandemic, we released like right before, I think December, we released a full length album with Marlon Mackey on vocals. And that was kind of like a full, thing. And then I also released a trio record, like just a live trio record that we recorded like various shows, and that's available too. You can find it all on the website.
Cool. Is John Hay a friend of yours?
John Hay. I'm not familiar.
Hey. Hey. Sorry, I'm not. I think that people are. What did I do? Still have a space. It's not letting me do that. Oh
yeah.
John,
Here, I'll get on mine here.
John Hay fixed it. John Hay, you're very cool. Thank you. I don't know why it was doing that. It kept. And instead of, it's just done the correct way. Done. Oh, there's a request.
Okay.
Um,
Hopefully I know it.
oh, you do. You do. It's and I know the song too, but now my brain isn't working. Um, as time goes by.
Oh, as time goes by, right? Let me see. Let me see. Maybe I can pull it out of a book here.
I'm not meaning for you to work right now.
No, it's fine. I'll see if I can pull it out of a book. If I can find it, for sure. You
And
know.
are you on Tidal? Is your music on Tidal?
Yeah. No, it's on everything. So I think it's on all I think it's 30 retailers. As time goes by, let's see, as I'm trying to pick it up out of my memory. That was my fake version of As Time Goes By off the top of my head.
Oh, Rob Morocco says, "Wow, is Jay good? He's ever
That's a
good.
question
How's
for the
Jay
ages.
ever
Is Jay
good?
good?
How's Jay ever good? You sure are, man.
Well,
Well,
thank
thank
you.
you so much for being here. So you will see you on Thursday night on Corona Roki.
Yeah, just remind me.
Okay, I'll remind
Reminders
you.
are good.
People get there around about 1:45, and everyone meets each other, and it's a fun hang. And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been watching it with David and David Alce, and yeah.
I like to go to his. When are your live streams? When is do you do a regular one, or you have?
I don't. It's just whenever I feel like it. I that's one thing I should have done. Stick to a thing, but just whenever I feel like it. That way I don't have that pressure.
Oh
You
yeah.
know.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Why don't you just set
No,
yourself?
you're a trooper for at twice a day. I mean, how many shows is that's like 600 shows already, right?
No, it's over 700. 600. No, it's six. Yeah, it's over 700 and something. Bill could tell us. Bill, how many shows have we done? Do you mind? Bill knows. My friend Bill Lindeman has been uploading the shows onto YouTube.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's happening. But yeah, well, on March 23rd, was that the date, you guys? March 23rd, it was 1 year.
1 year. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's
Yeah. I don't
been,
think anybody's been as like, productive as you have with that during,
but,
700 shows.
I didn't do the multi-streaming thing. That's where I kind of
There's
went,
still time. There's still time. No time like the
740
present.
or so, something like that.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then some of those are like long. Yeah. Some of those were like long days, right?
Some of them were like 14-hour shows,
Right.
12-hour shows. New Year's Eve was, I don't know, 6 hours, something like that. Over 1,500 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Productive.
Yeah, you do have a great laugh.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
I've been told it's musical.
It is musical. Well, you're just such a nice person and you have so much joy, Jay.
Thank
Joy,
you.
Joy.
Yeah.
Sure.
My parents missed an opportunity, right?
You have brothers and sisters?
I don't. It's just me.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Just me.
Yeah, it's 365 times 2, but we've gone over that. So yeah, it's kind of a lot.
Well, yeah. And if you count like some of them are 12-hour, 14-hour shows, I mean, then it's like, yeah. That's how do you even calculate that?
3 of those, I think. 2 or 3 of those, maybe 2. I don't know.
Right.
I've
That's still a lot.
I've lost count. It's what I do. It's
Yeah.
and people, when I'm starting to see people on the street, like 1 or 2, and they just kind of walk near me and go 11 with Jenna. Or someone will call me and go, oh my God, I was singing that at work today. And then I had to tell people what I was talking about. And then they're playing, and now people walk into their, yeah. So it's happening. It's
Yeah. Just keep building it. Keep building it.
Well, all right. Well, I'll contact you tomorrow and we'll figure out a time.
Yeah, let me know.
You're good in the mornings, yes?
Yeah, mornings, but I'm 3 hours behind. So
Right. So if
mornings
I contacted you at noon, would you be around at 9?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Is 10 better? Is 1?
10's probably better because I'm gonna be getting up. I've been getting up earlier, believe it or not. I'm normally not a late riser, or early riser, I should say.
Really, you haven't been doing the 3 o'clock thing?
No, I get up at most of the time 10 o'clock. But lately noon or midnight. I mean, so
yeah, we'll kiss that goodbye and start.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get it all done so that way I can be like, okay, cool. Now I can just be a dad and not have to worry about.
That's so cool. I'm so happy for you. Please.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations to both of you for sure. Cool. Tell Kara I think she was here earlier. She must. Yeah. You guys share the show, so you can share this show. Kara, you can share it on your page. Anybody else? This is totally. Some shows are so much. They're all great and they're all worthy of being shared, but this is definitely a special one. So.
Thank you.
You can still make a watch party, I think, until the 14th of this month, and then, or 15th, and then Facebook is taking the watch party.
Oh, fun. Right. Yeah, we were talking about that before, like so they're not changing the live stream thing at all?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
No, they're wanting to because they wanted to change it to be more so people don't go to Zoom, they just stay on Facebook.
Facebook, right.
Right. But yeah, that whatever that thing that they were going to change, it must have changed, and it knocked me out a couple of times, and then I just kept going back and I updated everything. So
right.
I think, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Something worked. But yes, totally. If I counted the hours, my brain would explode. Yeah, William, yeah, because he sits there and he uploads all this stuff. And such dedication.
That's definitely a thankless job, right?
Great.
For the amount of time.
Oh, I mean, the core group, which is here tonight, William, Julie Luce, she writes down stuff
Hey,
for me,
guys.
she'll call me. Rob Morocco's in Canada. He made a
Raw
cartoon.
Morocco.
Yeah,
Right.
see? And Carol Morocco and Patty bakes, maybe sometime if you're awake on a Wednesday morning and you feel like it, you want to come on and accompany while we're baking something, that would be fun.
Some baking music.
Baking, a little baking music, a little baked over there. And my mom, and yeah, there's this core group of people that are here. Bill Jones, Bill Winokur, who am I missing? Joanne. It's a family, and you are
Yeah,
family. So thank you very much.
definitely.
We I'm here every day and every night, and many of these people are as well.
Yeah.
And I love having that. Don't count the hours, please. Yeah, please. We don't want your brain to explode, Bill. I'm not ready for you to have your brain exploded yet. But yeah, I'm beyond grateful. So grateful for all the fun that's happening, and you've been a big generous part of it tonight. And
Yeah, absolutely.
so thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd love to come back whenever. Let me know.
Oh,
I guess Thursday for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
See you Thursday. See you around 10:45.
Okay, sounds good.
10:45 your time. Cool. Jay Smith, everybody, thank you. Oops. Hi, Jay. He's like out of here. I think anytime there are 11 people, I'm just going to play that when I remember. You guys have a really great night. Thank you. Patty's Pastry Emporium, located in Chicago. Can't wait to visit. I'm telling you, just like we're all gonna hang. What are we gonna do? Wow. Yeah, Jay, really, really awesome. Thank you, Carol. Congratulations. All right, I'm gonna go walk my dog and hang out a little bit and make some more tea. So, Musician Square Table, Bill Jones, you're invited anytime. Any fantastic show. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. You too. Everyone. Did you see my new apron? Julie, did you see? Just in case you didn't see what's there. Did I hug you yet? I didn't hug anybody. Oh, hugs. Hugs to everyone. See you in a second, Mama Grace. Happy thoughts, honest words, and a heart-filled heart. Thank you. You guys have a great night. Stay safe. Stay well. Be nice. You got it. Oh, Julie, will we see you in the morning? You'll be here in the morning. Cool. Julie will be here. Love heart.